Why is it so hard to start something, even when we know it's important? You tell yourself you'll start working out, but you keep pushing it to tomorrow. You know you should be studying, but you end up scrolling through social media instead. The truth is, our brain is wired to resist effort and seek comfort. It tricks us into delaying, avoiding, and procrastinating. But what if you could trick your brain instead? What if you could make difficult tasks feel easy, automatic, and even enjoyable? That's exactly what we're going to uncover today. These psychological hacks will help you overcome laziness, defeat procrastination, and make productivity feel effortless. The best part? You don't need motivation. The key is understanding how your brain works and using smart techniques to make success feel natural. Stick with me till the end, and by the time we're done, you'll be able to trick yourself into doing anything. The 2-minute rule. One of the biggest reasons we avoid tasks is because they feel overwhelming. If you think about writing a full essay, studying for 3 hours, or going to the gym for an intense workout, your brain immediately wants to escape. Big goals trigger resistance. But what if the task was so small that it felt effortless? This is where the 2-minute rule comes in. The idea is simple. Commit to doing a task for just 2 minutes. Instead of saying, I need to work out for an hour, say, I'll do 1 push-up. Instead of, I have to write a full page, say, I'll write 1 sentence. By lowering the barrier to entry, you eliminate the fear of starting. Why does this work? It's all about momentum. Once you begin, you're much more likely to continue. Have you ever told yourself you'd only watch 1 episode of a show, but then ended up watching 5? That's because once you start an activity, your brain prefers sticking to the flow rather than stopping. This is known as the Zeigarnik effect. Our mind hates leaving things unfinished. Think about it. No one ever plans to scroll social media for an hour, but once you start, it's hard to stop. The 2-minute rule uses this same principle for productivity. Once you do a small action, your brain naturally wants to continue. That 1 push-up could turn into 20, and that 1 sentence might become a full page. So if you struggle with getting started, trick your brain by making tasks ridiculously easy. Tell yourself, I only have to do 2 minutes. Once you begin, you'll often feel like continuing, and that's the secret to beating procrastination. Temptation bundling. One of the biggest reasons people procrastinate is because the task feels boring or unpleasant. Nobody enjoys forcing themselves to study, clean, or exercise when they don't feel like it. But what if you could make these tasks feel fun? This is where temptation bundling comes in. It's a psychological trick where you pair something you enjoy with something you need to do. For example, only allow yourself to watch Netflix while on a treadmill. Listen to your favorite podcast only while cleaning. Eat your favorite snack only while studying. This method works because it creates a positive association with the task. Instead of seeing it as a chore, your brain links it to something enjoyable. Over time, your mind begins to crave the habit because it's connected to a reward. Research by behavioral scientist Catherine Milkman found that people who used temptation bundling were 29% more likely to stick with their goals. Why? Because their brain associated discipline with pleasure, making habits feel effortless. If you struggle to stay consistent with tasks, find a way to bundle them with something fun. Your brain will start looking forward to it, and before you know it, productivity will become a habit. The 5-second rule. Have you ever noticed that when you hesitate before doing something, you often end up not doing it at all? That's because our brain is wired to seek comfort and avoid discomfort. The longer you wait, the more excuses you'll create. Enter the 5-second rule, a simple but powerful trick created by Mel Robbins. It works like this. The moment you think of doing something, count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Why does this work? Because it stops your brain from overthinking. The countdown interrupts negative thoughts and forces your brain into action mode. Research in neuroscience shows that we have a 5-second window before our brain talks us out of doing something. If we don't act within those 5 seconds, our brain finds excuses. For example, if you wake up and think, I should go to the gym, but don't move, your brain will immediately start making excuses. I'm too tired, I'll go tomorrow. It's too cold outside. But if you count down from 5 and stand up immediately, you bypass hesitation and take action before doubt kicks in. The 5-second rule is a game changer for anyone who struggles with procrastination. Use it to instantly push yourself into action, and you'll see how quickly your productivity skyrockets. The dopamine hack. Dopamine is your brain's natural motivator. It's the reason why scrolling on social media, binge-watching TV shows, or devouring junk food feels effortless. Every time you engage in these activities, your brain rewards you with a dopamine hit, making you crave more. This is why it's so easy to waste hours online, but so difficult to start working on something important. But here's the secret. You can hijack this system and make productivity just as addictive. The key is gamification, turning boring tasks into engaging challenges. Think about why video games are so compelling. They have levels, rewards, and progress tracking. You can apply the same principles to your daily tasks. Need to clean your room? Set a 10-minute timer and race against the clock. Studying for an exam? Give yourself a small reward, like a piece of chocolate or 5 minutes of your favorite song, each time you finish a chapter. Even simple things like checking off completed tasks on a list give your brain a small dopamine boost, making you feel accomplished and eager to do more. Another powerful trick is streak tracking. Each time you complete a task, mark it on a calendar, app, or journal. The more consecutive days you succeed, the stronger the habit becomes. Why? Because your brain will start associating that task with progress and achievement. Once you've built a streak, you'll feel a natural urge to keep it going. Missing a day will feel like breaking a winning streak in a game, and you won't want to stop. This approach works because our brains crave progress. Think about the satisfaction of watching a progress bar fill up or seeing numbers increase in a game. It's the same principle. By making tasks feel rewarding, you shift your mindset from "I have to do this" to "I want to do this." Over time, what once felt like a chore becomes an automatic habit. Now that you know how to trick your brain with dopamine, let's take things a step further. What if you could reshape your identity to make productivity effortless? Let's explore the next hack. Shifting your self-image to match your goals. The identity shift. Have you ever wondered why some people effortlessly stick to good habits while others struggle? The secret isn't just motivation or discipline, it's identity. People who consistently exercise, read, or wake up early don't just try to do these things, they see themselves as the kind of person who does them. Instead of saying, "I have to work out," they say, "I am someone who values fitness." This small mental shift makes a huge difference because your actions will always align with who you believe you are. This technique works because your brain is wired to act in harmony with your self-image. If you label yourself as someone who procrastinates, you'll continue to procrastinate. But if you start identifying as a disciplined, productive person, your brain will subconsciously push you to prove that belief true. This is why top athletes, entrepreneurs, and successful individuals prioritize identity over just setting goals. They become the person who naturally does what needs to be done. So how do you shift your identity? Start small. If you want to be a reader, read just 1 page a day. If you want to be fit, do a 5-minute workout. Every time you follow through, you're reinforcing your new identity. Over time, this mindset shift transforms temporary effort into a permanent lifestyle. And once you see yourself as the type of person who succeeds, staying consistent becomes effortless. Now that you know these powerful brain hacks, it's time to take action. Which trick will you try first? The 2-minute rule? The 5-second rule? Temptation bundling? Let us know in the comments. And remember, discipline isn't about forcing yourself to work hard. It's about tricking your brain into making success effortless. Use these psychological tricks, and soon, you'll be doing things you once thought were impossible, without even thinking about it. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next powerful episode. See you in the next one.